When? How?
We hadn't missed a concert in 10 years, and then the first concert of the tour, the singer was ill. And I'm not actually allowed to talk about it for legal reasons, so I can't go into any details. But, so Ross moved to Hollywood, and he said, I'm sick of this shit, we've been trying to keep people happy all this time, and yeah, we've made money and stuff, but I'm sick of it. I want to, I want to go. And I said, yeah. So I went home. I'd missed my children growing up because I'd been on the road working so hard, and I got home and I was very unhappy, and I just went to bed like Brian Wilson. I wouldn't get out of bed. And
for how long? How long did you stay in bed?
Like 6 months or something. It was crazy. I don't know how I did it now, but I did it. And.
But what did your wife do or say?
Well, she just said, you get your ass out of bed and do some gardening or something, And she was right. That's all I needed. I needed to just get out and go for a walk and that kind of thing. But I just felt so bad. Everything had caught up with me, all the mistakes I'd made. And during that time, I decided to go back into therapy. And I had some primal therapy. And that was very, very deep and very painful. But it wasn't just painful, it was also, it relieved, because I'd locked so many painful feelings away from my bad childhood, but I'd also locked happiness away as well, so not only did the pain come up, but also the happiness came up,
What was then for you the primal therapy, I think is from Dr. Janov?
Yeah, Janov approach, yeah.
The scream therapy.
Primal scream therapy,
Primal scream, the same thing that John Lennon did on Mother.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And John Lennon did it, and I think he produced some of his best work with that, just raw emotions. And
his first solo album. No, I mean not his first, but his first after the Beatles.
Yes.
It's the Plastic Ono Band.
Yeah. And that record is amazing, and...
So what was the thing? What was one thing that you blocked that was really good? That you said, well, that you felt good about?
Well, I couldn't remember my childhood. I couldn't remember anything before the age of 10, because it was horrible. It was very frightening stuff, and. I began to realise that the thing that saved me, the cliche, was that, when I was a kid, my mum gave me a record player, and she gave me her Elvis records and her Beatles records and her Stones records and Otis Redding, Aretha Franklin, and I used to just sit in my bedroom, and I was a very lonely child, and I was very scared that my father would maybe hurt me or whatever. And I never knew what mood my father would be in, whether he'd be drunk or whether he'd be angry or So I used to sit in my bedroom and just listen to records over and over again, and I realised that there were people out there that cared enough to share their emotions with me.
Is there a few songs that you say, well, that really were comforting?
Say with Play With Fire by the Rolling Stones. I used to play that over and over again. I was like 6 years old.